And then the other one is just across the picnic area. So we're going to head over there. If you have come on a fourth grade field trip with us to St. Augustine, then you have been in this picnic area where these two orange trees remain. They're a very bitter, sour orange, but you're going to see more of that about that in the premiere. I'm going to show you the other tree right here. This one behind me, this is the other tree that was grafted from those that the Spanish brought over here when they settled here in St. Augustine, all the way back in 1565. Yeah, so we're going to head on a little tour around town here. Take you on a tour, show you a few of the sights here. And then we've got to get back over for our YouTube premiere, our live premiere. Video that is coming out at 2 p.m. Eastern. There's Julia back there, executive producer. All right, so I'm going to head out here on St. George Street. So this wall right here, we actually just found a picture of it this morning from the late 1800s, and we're going to put this up. But this wall right here, this is made out of coquina. This is the same substance that the fort is made out of. So this is a naturally formed rock. What happens is tiny seashells settle down on the bottom of the ocean floor, and after hundreds and hundreds of years, that pressure forms them into a rock. So they found that rock over on Interstate Island, and they used it to build a fort out of. Prior to building that fort, they built 9 wooden forts on and near that site. I'm going to continue on down. I don't have anything on this.
Try that.
So we are right out front of the ring carver station here. So he offers on hand-carved rings. So if you're coming to St. Augustine, you're looking for a souvenir, he makes a ring with your name on it. And that's what he's over doing right now. He's carving a ring for a visitor here in St. Augustine. So if you've had that done, expensive, but he offers a school group discount. You've got hand-carved artisan carved ring that you can have as a souvenir here in St. Augustine.
Brief over the oranges. I glued the whole shut.
Oh, okay. Quick. This is a St. Photios Greek shrine. This is one of my favorite little free things to do here in St. Augustine. As you walk along St. George Street, not everything costs a lot of money. Sorry, sir. But this is a St. Photios Greek shrine. I'm going to take you inside of here real quick. Just a beautiful little quiet spot. We were just out there in all of the hustle and bustle of St. George Street. But you dip through here, and it pays tribute to the Greeks and the Menorcans that came over here and settled here after their indigo plantation failed in New Smyrna. So you got this beautiful courtyard back here. And then you come in here and it's just a beautiful air-conditioned spot. I'm going to get back here real quick and just show you what it looks like inside of here. See how beautiful it is back behind here. Yeah, Artisan pays tribute. We talk about it being a Spanish town, but it wasn't just the Spanish that were here. There were Greeks, there were Italians, there were Africans that came here and helped us not only establish the city of St. Augustine and protect the city, but also to contribute to the great culture that the city has. And that's why St. Augustine survived, is because they had all of these different cultures here that were contributing to the local flavor, the experiences that they had had. Many of them traveled for hundreds of miles and thousands of miles to get here to start a new life here in St. Augustine. And that's one of the things that contributed to the city the most, and I also feel like has helped it to keep that flavor. There are a lot of historic towns that just don't have that historic flair to it anymore. So even though we have a lot of our t-shirt shops, things like that along St. George Street. It's also a place where you can buy clothing just like I'm wearing right now over here at the St. Augustine Textiles. You've got mom and pop shops like Ben's Pretzels and Mimi's Crepes here. Great outdoor restaurants to sit at, enjoy a delicious seafood meal, and pizza and tacos, very popular here as well. So I'm going to show you some of the local street performers as well here real quick, because we're coming up with a guy that's playing the drums on some drywall buckets, paint buckets. So we're going to come down here and let you get a glimpse of him real quick. Got more characters than Disney World. Not only got fools like me out here walking around in a Spanish soldier's uniform in the heat, but guys playing the drums. We got the most reliable guy here in St. Augustine. Let me show you him real quick. This guy is more dependable than anybody else in town, and that is Snake Man right back here. Okay, so he's got some boa constrictors, so forth that he has down here, and you can come and if you pay money, then you can take a picture with his snakes, and I tell you, he never misses a day. It's hardly ever a day out here that Snake Man's not out here. That's why I call him the most dependable man in St. Augustine. All right. Such a beautiful town. Look at that sky today. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, are we going to grab Tonka?
Yeah, I can grab him.
All right. Yep. So we're going to grab our neighbor's dog and take him for a walk. So Julia's going to go grab him. I'm going to dip back here into the little courtyard here. And then we'll maybe go show you some live music across the street here in just a moment over at Pierre's Pub. So Pierre's Pub is also home to Auntie Anne's Pretzels and Cinnabon. So if you want to come and take a look at that, hear some live music. They have live music just about every day. And then also Auntie Anne's Pretzels and Cinnabon there. So I'm right out here just in a courtyard just off of St. George Street. Just a beautiful little spot. See if you can see it back here. The Mustache Merchants is back behind me here. Just St. Augustine has so many of these little hidden little spots. So as you're walking down St. George Street, make sure that you duck into some of those courtyards. For example, we just passed by Ben's Pretzels and Mimi's Crepes up there. They have an absolutely gorgeous courtyard where you can enjoy your crepes, enjoy your pretzels. And it's not just little pretzel bites and things like that, but they also have pizza pretzels and stuffed pretzels and so forth. So get a lot of great things to eat in there. So grab your crepe, go back in the courtyard, enjoy it. They have live music back there as well. Violet Light plays there once in a while. They have a gentleman that comes in and makes balloon animals and things like that for the kids. So ducking in these little courtyards and little alcoves as you walk along St. George Street. And be sure to get off the beaten path and onto some of the side streets as well. It's not just St. George Street out here where all the action happens, but getting down onto some of the side streets like Avali Street, the oldest street in the oldest city in the United States. Then also Spanish Street, Kuna Street, all of these others. Kuna Street is home to Michael's Tasting Room. Here's our buddy Tonka. Let's see. Tonka, come here, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi, Tonk. Say hi, Tonk. All right. He wants to go for a walk. Tonka. All right. Yeah, we're just going to take him for a little walk and let him get out, stretch his legs a little bit, get some of this energy out of him. There is a German Shepherd parade tomorrow here in St. Augustine. That's tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Tonka, are you going to get in the parade? You going to get in the parade, buddy? Yeah? Yeah? You want to go at least watch it from your balcony? Tonka lives right down in the historic district near us, and he likes to sit out on the balcony and just watch all the people that are walking by. Oh, here we are. Let's duck over here real quick. So, we just recorded, hasn't released yet, we just recorded a video about our top 5 favorite restaurants, and I'm going to give you a clue. Florida Cracker Cafe wound up in there, so come check that out. You can sit outside in their little courtyard back here and enjoy your honey daddle shrimp. Hey, Billy, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Excellent. Get your fried shrimp there. They have the best key lime pie in St. Augustine, so if you're into key lime pie, that's where you find it here in St. Augustine. I think we're waiting on Tonka to catch up to us. He's got to stop and smell everything in sight and wear his little brain out a little bit. Ah, here it comes. What's going on, Tonka?
Oh, friends and smells.
Going to Faux Pas? Get a treat early? I left his treats at home.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I thought I had them in my pocket, so we'll grab a couple in here. So we're gonna duck in here to Faux Pas. They have a little photo spot where you can get a picture with your dog outside, and then
He likes people. You want to say hi? He's super friendly. He's just a big loving bear. He knows where the treats are.
yep, he wants to get in there and get his treat. He's got to check out all the water bowls, make sure that they're all full, and if they're full, he's going to take a little bit out of them. So we're inside of Faux Pas here. My friend Lynn owns this shop, and they've got shops all over the country now in different tourist destinations. This is Faux Pas. It's a shop for dogs and dog lovers. All kinds of clothing and stuff back here. Different souvenirs for pet lovers. Every different breed that you can think of. So you're coming here to St. Augustine and you're not sure what to get somebody. You know everybody loves their pets. They're not going to turn down a little something like that for their souvenir that you're bringing back from the city of St. Augustine. Oh, look at all these Christmas ornaments over here. All right, so we're going to get back out here, take you on more of a tour around St. Augustine. Just waiting on Julia and Tonka to come back out. So you can follow them at Faux Pas Dogs. Great little spot. Again, little alcove off of St. George Street, so you don't necessarily notice it as you're walking by, but your dog is going to notice because they're going to see all the other dogs coming out of there, getting their treats, and they're going to want in there and get their free treat as well. Faux Pas is located on St. George Street, right across from the Columbia restaurant, which is right behind me here. Columbia's been around since 1905. You stop in there. My favorite dish is their 1905 salad. Locations here in St. Augustine, as well as in Tampa, Ybor City, St. Pete, Celebration as well. Columbia's very, very famous restaurant. What time is it, Juliet?
20 till.
20 till. Okay, so we're going to cut down Hippolyta Street here and take Tonka on a little walk, and then we've got to get back for the YouTube premiere of this video that Julia's been doing about the oranges that the Spanish brought over, okay? So it's about the Seville oranges. They were brought over by the Spanish here to Florida from Asia, and there are 2 of the trees that are right in our area. They're the last 2 remaining trees that were grafted off those that the Spanish brought over. Now, the Seville oranges, they're great for cooking with, but you don't want to eat those. It's a very bitter, sour orange, so they're great for marmalades and stuff like that, but We've had some kids on our St. Augustine field trips. They grab one off the tree and think they're going to eat it. Man, they get a surprise. So don't do that. If you're coming on a 4th grade field trip and you see these Seville orange trees that you're going to see in this video, don't eat those. We're looking forward to our first YouTube premiere that is coming up at 2 p.m. Eastern. So please, if you have a chance to check that out, we're going to be watching it live, and we'll go live on our TikTok during that time, so that be able to watch our reactions to it too, and ask questions as well. So we are looking forward to that. So we're out here across from the Casa Maya restaurant right now, which is right behind me here. Lovely little night spot and day spot as well. So keep walking down here with our little buddy Tonka. He's got to stop and say hi to everybody though. He doesn't understand that we got to be home for the premiere. Tonka, you gonna watch the premiere with us? He said, no, I'm gonna be at home watching it on Scott's iPad. All right. Gotta be careful here that we don't get a content claim. So I'm gonna muffle that for a minute. We don't need to be getting any content claims on our live here by walking by so many of the great live music spots. There are just so many spots to sit and watch live music, whether it's on St. George Street or back here on Charlotte Street where we're at now, walking behind Stogie's Cigar Shop, and they have live music most nights there as well. The patio that we were at just a moment ago that we just passed by was the back patio at Mia's, the Irish pub. It's right across from the fort. Catching up to Julia and Tonka here, so we can go let him run for a minute. Over at the fort, I believe, is where he's headed. He's leading us on the tour. So tomorrow, there is a German Shepherd parade going down St. George Street. So that's going to be interesting. I think it's at 10 a.m.? Yeah, 10 o'clock tomorrow. There's a German Shepherd parade, so it'll be interesting to see how many shepherds they get out there. We're right out in front of River and Fort right now, which is another one of our great restaurants here in St. Augustine. Okay, so the German Shepherds all meet at the fort, and then they will, I guess, come through the city gate and down St. George Street to the town plaza is the way it looks. So. Okay, let's see if we can get it. There's Tonka back there. Come on in there, Tonka. He's the star of the show. So yeah, walking over here in front of River and Fort now. If we can get across the street in time, the schooner Freedom is going by. That'll be a great view for people that are tuned in live here. Yeah. It'll be in there. It doesn't move that fast. Okay, next crosswalk here. All right, so yeah, right behind me is the River and Fort restaurant. We are right across from the Kansas Bay over here, and then right on the bay is the Castillo de San Marcos. That is the oldest stone fort in the United States. They started construction of the fort back in the year 1672, and that replaced 9 wooden forts that they had built previously that were all just destroyed by strong storms like hurricanes, cannonballs, and fires. Here we go. We can get across the street. Let Tonka have a little stretch of the legs here, and then get back for the premiere of our latest YouTube videos. This one's a real banger. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. All right, yeah, we're going to get over here in time to show you the schooner Freedom going by. So you can come here and take a boat tour, the Black Raven Pirate Cruise. You can take the schooner Freedom, the Scenic River Cruise, and the Victory 2. Maybe it's the Victory 3 by now, I don't know. That's the schooner Freedom there. It's the sailboats out here. A little bit of fog coming in, so the temperature has dropped a little bit already today. It was really, really warm yesterday, and then today it started out warmer, and now we're actually feeling a little bit cooler, but you might be able to see the sea fog coming in from the inlet out there. That inlet leads out to the Atlantic Ocean. Let's get Tonka walking here. Yeah, it's just such a beautiful city. I took Tonka on a tour of the fort the other day, around the outside, and was able to give him a few facts about the fort. We did a little series that we jokingly called Pause on History. I'm really big on hands-on history and letting students pass around artifacts that we have in our collection that are hundreds of years old. Let them see it and feel it and touch it. Really get inspired to learn about history. This is just such a beautiful city to learn in and to be able to teach. And I get to teach without having to grade papers. So our fourth grade teachers, they get to grade all the papers. They bring them on a field trip, and we handle all the details of the trip and get them up here and show them around town and give them a true St. Augustine experience. There's Tonka. He's on a mission. He loves to get up on the hill at the fort here and just sniff around this fresh grass that was planted after the hurricanes came through. We got hit with 2 hurricanes within a short amount of time, just about 6 weeks in between, I think it was. Tonka was out doing patrol with us, doing reports with us as we were reporting on the damage sustained in St. Augustine and how all the businesses and so forth fared. And then since then, they've replanted a lot of the grass that got killed by the salt water coming in. Oh, he's over here just rolling in it now. Tonka, what are you doing, dude? He's just going nuts. What are you doing, dude?
Get it, Tonka,
Get it. Having fun? Oop.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's having a ball over there in the grass. Just getting dirty. And we don't have to bathe him. That's Kushni's job. He can take care of that. All right. So I think Tonka's probably going to lead us down by the hot shot furnace down here. We'll be able to show you a Civil War era hot shot furnace. So, did you know that this fort was used during the Civil War to house Union soldiers? Okay, by the time that the Union Army had showed up here in St. Augustine, the Confederates had already abandoned the area. So the Union Army shows up, they put in these Civil War cannon emplacements over here. Okay, and by the time that the Civil War started, they had cannons that could fire 5 miles. The Spanish cannons had a capacity of about 3 miles. Okay, still a long way, but did you know that that's where we get the legal limits around the boundary of a country? That's how far that your weaponry could defend. That's how far your cannons could fire. So that's where we get that 3-mile legal limit. So those of you that go out on cruises, that's when all the fun starts and the casino opens and things like that, because you're outside the legal limits of that country. That's how far that they could defend. So we'll go over here and see a Civil War hot shot furnace. Some of you kids know about furnaces from playing Minecraft. Over here we have a hot shot furnace. So what they would do is heat up cannonballs and fire them at the wooden ships and try to set them on fire. Now this furnace was not built by the Spanish, okay? This was put in during the Civil War, okay? And so you would put your cannonballs at this end, right here, and let them roll all the way down through there and out the other side. Tonka wants to learn about it. So Tonka, there's no food in there. They didn't cook pizzas. They didn't cook steaks for dogs or anything like that. This was for heating up cannonballs. Ball? Nah, he doesn't get excited about the ball. He doesn't care about that. He just wants to sit pretty and look pretty for all of his viewers out there. That's Tonka. So the cannonballs, they roll down through the furnace, down through this side over here, and there's a fire pit right here. So you would get that red hot cannonball that comes out the other end over here, and then you and a buddy, you're gonna grab it with some metal tongs, and you're gonna carry it over to the cannon over here, okay, as quickly as you can, because that iron is getting hot as it goes and starts heating up those tongs, so you're gonna burn your hands eventually if you don't get it out of your hands. You're gonna put it into the cannon here. It's gonna launch straight out, and ideally you're trying to set that wooden ship on fire. Here's a little fun fact. This thing got put in during the Civil War, and it never got used. It never got used. Because by then, they were using metal ships. So this was kind of outdated technology. And then also, we didn't see any battles here. So it was used to house troops, but didn't see any action during the Civil War. Take a look at Tonka over here, just playing and enjoying some love. This dog has a life, man. Touring with Tonka. All right, Tonka, we got to get going here. All right, so we're going to end this live now. And if you want, you can check us out on our TikTok. We'll be doing a live TikTok showing our reaction to the video, okay, that's about to come out. So thanks for joining us, and hope everybody has a wonderful afternoon. Be sure to share the live premiere with your friends.